Good evening. Welcome to Smithfield High School. We are very proud to present Rodgers and Hammerstein's The Sound of Music. But first, we have to take care of some business. There are 6 emergency exits out of the auditorium, 2 at the rear of the stage, 2 here on each side of the front of the stage, and 2 at the rear. Speaking of emergencies, you can find the restrooms by exiting the rear of the auditorium, turning left. You'll find them on the left-hand side of the hallway. In an effort to extend everybody's lifespan a little bit, there is no smoking anywhere on the school campus. We don't have a smoking section like they do on Southwest Airlines. We'll tell you that the wings are the smoking section, and if you can light it, you can smoke it. Our seat cushions also won't make good flotation devices. We don't have any eye lighting, nor do we have any oxygen masks. We encourage you to take a program home with you. Otherwise, please deposit it in the baskets on the way out of the auditorium so that we can reuse it for other performances. Budget cuts. Next year, we're just going to cross off and change the color. For the benefit of the performers and people sitting next to you, please silence and stash your cell phones. It's necessary to use your phone. Please do so outside the auditorium. There'll be a 10-minute intermission, during which we encourage you to support the music program and indulge your sweet tooth by purchasing cookies and other snacks. We'll also have genuine Smithfield High School Sound of Music t-shirts for sale. Don't be buying any of those bootleg ones from the shady guys on the sidewalk. Last announcement, the spring concert date has changed. It's going to be May 26th. You can thank Mr. Freeze for that. Our business is now concluded. As the house lights dim, we're bringing you back to pre-World War II Austria. Anschluss, or the annexation of Austria into Germany, is imminent. A young woman from the local convent is wandering the mountainside, trying to find the best way to serve her calling. Ladies and gentlemen, The Sound of Music.
I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound of music that tells me
efforts. Out of 28 postulants, 16 or 17 are ready to enter the novitiate. Let's consider the doubtful ones again. There's Irmagard.
Reverend Mother, there's no doubt about Irmagard. Religious life is no place for the pious.
You mean the pretentiously pious, Sister Bertha. There's Christina. And then there's Maria.
Well, after last night, I don't think there can be any doubt in the Reverend Mother's mind about Maria.
I gave her permission to leave the abbey for the day.
See, I told you, Sister Bertha.
Are they?
Reverend Mother, I brought Maria. She's waiting.
Sister Sophia, the mistress of the postulants and the mistress of the novices do not see eye to eye about Maria. How do you feel about her?
I love her very dearly, but she always seems to be in trouble, doesn't she? Exactly what I say. She climbs a tree and scrapes her knee. Her dress has got a tear. She waltzes on her way to mass and whistles on the stair. And underneath her wimple she has curlers in her hair. I've even heard her singing in the abbey. She's always late for chapel, but her penitence is real. She's always late for everything except for every meal. I hate to have to say it, but I very firmly feel Maria's not an asset to the abbey. I'd like to say a word on her behalf.
Say it, Sister Margaretta.
Maria makes me laugh. How do you solve a problem like Maria?
How do you catch a cloud and pin it down?
How do you find a word that means Maria? A flickering gibbet, how will the is her crown?
Many a thing you know you'd like to tell her. Many a thing she ought to understand.
But how do you make her stay and listen to all you say?
How do you keep a wave upon the sand?
Oh, how do you solve a problem like Maria?
How do you hold a morning in your hand?
When I'm with her, I'm confused, out of focus and bemused, and I never know exactly where I am. Unpredictable as weather, she's as flighty as a feather. She's a darling, she's a demon, she's a lamb.
She'll love pester, burning past, drive a hornet from its nest.
She could throw a whirling dervish at a girl. She is gentle, she is kind.
She's a riddle, she's a child.
She's a headache,
She's a
How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you catch a cloud and pin it down? How do you find a word that means Maria? A
child. Sit down, Maria. I want to talk to you.
Yes, Reverend Mother, about last night. I was on my knees most of the night because I was late, and after you'd been so kind and given me permission to leave.
It wasn't about you being late, Maria.
I must have awakened half the abbey before Sister Margareta heard me and opened the gate.
Maria, very few of us were asleep. We could only think that you had lost your way, and to be lost at night on that mountain.
Oh, Reverend Mother, I couldn't be lost on that mountain. That's my mountain. I was brought up on it. It was that mountain that brought me to you.
Oh,
When I was a little girl, I used to come down the mountain, climb a tree, and look over into your garden. I'd see the sisters at work, and I'd hear them sing on their way to Vespers. Many times I went back up that mountain in the dark, singing all the way. And that brings up another transgression. I was singing yesterday, and I was singing without your permission.
Maria, it's only here in the Abbey that there is a rule about singing.
That's the hardest rule of all for me. Sister Margareta is always reminding me, but too late after I've started singing.
And the day you were singing in the garden at the top of your voice?
But Mother, it's that kind of song.
I came to the window, and when you saw me, you stopped.
Yes, that's been on my mind ever since it happened.
It's been on my mind, too. You see, I wish you hadn't stopped. I used to sing that song when I was a little girl, and I can't quite remember. Please.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wing. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Mother, we're singing at the top of our voices.
You're right, it is that kind of song.
And singing it always makes me feel better.
Mother, where did you learn that song? I was brought up in the mountains myself. Maria, in spite of what you saw over the Abbey wall, you weren't prepared for the way we live, were you? know, Mother, but I pray and I try. Tell me, Maria, what is the most important lesson that you've learned here? And to find out what is the will of God and to do it, even if it is hard to accept. Even then. Maria, the dress you wore when you came to us, is that still in the robing room? Why, no, Mother, I'm sure that's been given to the poor. Sister Margaretta said that when we enter the abbey, our worldly clothes are... Reverend Mother, why do you ask? Maria, it seems to be the will of God that you leave us. Leave? Leave here? Oh, no, Mother, please, no. For a while only, Maria. Please don't send me away, Mother. This is what I want. This is my life. But are you ready for it? Perhaps if you go out into the world again for a time, you will return to us knowing what we expect of you, and that we do expect it. I know what you expect, Mother, and I'll do it, I promise. Maria, if it is God's will, where am I to go? There's a family of 7 children. You like children, you're very good with them. They need a governess until September. September? Captain Von Trapp expects you this afternoon. He's a fine man and a brave one. He was given the Maria Theresa Medal by the Emperor. It was for heroism in the Adriatic. A captain in the Navy? Oh, Mother, he'll be very strict. You're not being sent to his battleship, Maria. God bless you, my child. Reverend Mother, have I your permission to sing? Yes, my child.
Somehow I will impress them.
I was calling the housekeeper and she didn't answer. Do you know why?
Sometimes she doesn't hear, sir.
I'm sorry, sir. I was answering the telephone. Good day, sir. We're happy to have you home again.
Why did the last governess leave?
I don't know, sir. She just said, I've had enough of this, and walked out.
Was Louisa playing tricks again, putting toads on her bed?
She didn't complain of that, sir.
Well, there's a new one coming today, and this one can't walk out.
Oh?
She's coming from Nonberg Abbey with orders to stay until September.
I do hope to be at home for a time, sir.
Just a day or two. The telephone call, was it for me?
No, sir. It was for Franz. There was a call earlier from Vienna, a Frau Schrader. I have the number in the pantry.
I know the number. I shall be back in about a month with some guests.
Do you know how many, sir?
Just two. Herr Detweiler
Ah, Herr Detweiler.
and Frau Schrader.
Who wanted me on the telephone?
It was the post office. They have a telegram for you. It will be delivered at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. That gives me 5 hours to be nervous.
With that scatterbrain boy delivering telegrams.
That's one thing they say. If the Germans did take over Austria, we'd have officials.
Don't let the captain hear you say that. I can't bear being whistled for. It's humiliating.
He's being the captain of a ship again.
I can't stand it.
In the Imperial Navy, the boatmen always used to whistle for us.
I wasn't in the Imperial Navy.
It's too bad. You, we'll wait here.
I am Captain von Trapp. You are Fräulein...
Maria Rayner.
Well, Fräulein, as to your duties here, would you mind stepping forward? Before the children meet you, you will put on another dress.
I haven't any other dress. When we enter the abbey, our worldly clothes are given to the poor.
And what about this one?
The poor didn't want this one.
And this is what you would call a worldly dress?
It belonged to our last postulant. I would have made myself another, but I wasn't given time. I can make my own clothes.
Good. I'll see to it that you are given some material, today if possible. Now, as for the children, there are 7 of them. You will see how far they've progressed in their studies, and you will move on from there. Each morning is spent in the classroom, and each afternoon they march. You will find that at all times they conduct themselves with orderliness and decorum. The first rule in this house is discipline.
Yes, sir.
This is your new governess, Fräulein Maria. As I sound your signal, you will step forward and repeat your name. You, Fräulein, will listen and learn their signals so you can call them when you want them.
Liesel.
Friedrich.
Louisa.
Kurt.
Brigida.
Marta. Gerald.
Fräulein, let's see how well you listened.
I won't have to whistle for them, Reverend, Captain. What I mean is I'll be with them all the time.
Not on all occasions. This is a large house and a large estate. They've been taught to come only when they hear their signal. When I want you, this is what you'll hear.
You won't have to trouble, sir, because I couldn't answer to a whistle.
Nonsense. Everybody answers to a whistle. I'll show you.
Yes, sir.
This is my orderly, my butler, Fräulein Maria, the new governess.
Yes, sir?
This is the executive officer, Frau Schmidt, the housekeeper, Fräulein Maria. Please be sure that her room is ready.
Yes, sir.
Well, now I shall leave you with the children. You are in command.
Pardon me, sir, I don't know how to address you.
You will call me Captain.
Thank you, Captain. Captain. I forgot to return this whistle, Captain. I won't need it, Captain. Well, now that it's just us, would you tell me your names again and tell me how old you are? Now you're...
I'm Liesel. I'm 16 years old and I don't need a governess.
I'm glad you told me. We'll just be friends.
I'm Friedrich. I'm 14, and I'm a boy.
Boy, why you're almost a man. You didn't tell me how old you are, Louisa.
I'm Brigida. She's Louisa. She's 13. You're smart. I'm 9, and I think your dress is the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Brigida, you mustn't say a thing like that.
Why not? Don't you think it's ugly?
Even if I did think so, I wouldn't say so. I'm Kurt. I'm 11. Almost.
That's a nice age to be. 11 almost.
I'm Marta, and I'll be 7 on Tuesday, and I would like a pink parasol.
Well, pink is my favorite color, too. And you're Gretel. I'm going to tell you something. I've never been a governess before. How do I start?
You mean you don't know anything about being a governess?
No.
Well, the first thing you have to do is tell Father to mind his own business.
Lisa, no. I like her.
What's in here?
My guitar.
What did you bring this for?
For when we all sing together.
We don't sing.
Of course you sing. Everybody sings. What songs do you know?
I don't know any songs.
You don't?
No.
Well, now I know where to start. I'm going to teach you how to sing.
Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with
A, B, C.
When you sing, you begin with do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. The first 3 notes just happen to be do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
Come, I'll make it easier for you. Listen.
Do, a deer, a female deer. Re, a drop of golden sun. Mi, a name I call myself. Fa, a long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, T, a drip of jam and thread. That will bring us back to do. Oh, 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 do. A deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. E, a name I call myself. A long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, T, a drink of jam and bread. That will bring us back to do. A deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, T, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So, do.
Tell a song. Do, re, mi, fa, so and so on?
No. Do, re, mi, fa, so, and so on are only the tools we use to build a song. Once we have these notes in our head, we can sing a million different tunes.
How?
By mixing them up. Listen. So, do, la, fa, mi, do, re. Can you do that?
So, do, la, fa, mi, do, re.
So, do, la, ti, do, re, do.
So, do, la, ti, do, re, do.
Now put it all together and
So, do, la, fa, mi,
like this. Yes, Brigida, I did. But when you sing anything, you are using up 3 notes on 1 word. Yes, well, sometimes we do that. Now, all together, and when you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything. So, a deer, a female deer, a drop of golden sun. Me, I call myself, far a long way to run. So a needle woven thread, long to follow slow. See a drink of jam and bread that will bring us back to dawn. Doty law so far me ray.
Good night, Rolf.
Liesel,
Yes?
you don't have to say goodnight this early just because your father's home.
How did you know my father was home?
Oh, I have a way of knowing things.
Oh, you are wonderful.
Oh, no, I'm not. Really.
Oh, yes, you are. I mean, how did you know 2 days ago that you would be here at just this time tonight with a telegram for Franz?
Every year on this date, he always gets a birthday telegram from his sister.
You see, you are wonderful.
Can I come again tomorrow night?
Rolf, you can't be sure you're going to have a telegram to deliver here tomorrow night.
I could come here by mistake with a telegram for Colonel Schneider. He's here from Berlin. He's staying with a Gauleiter, but Oh, no one's supposed to know that. Please don't tell your father.
Why not?
Well, your father's pretty Austrian.
We're all Austrian.
But some people think we ought to be German. They're getting pretty mad those who don't think so, and, well, let's just hope your father doesn't get into any trouble.
Oh, don't worry about father. He was decorated for bravery.
I know. I don't worry about him. The only one I worry about is his daughter.
Me? Why?
Liesel, how old are you?
16. What's wrong with that?
You wait, little girl, on an empty stage, for fate to turn the light on. Your life, little girl, is an empty page that men will want to write on.
To write on.
are 16, going on 17, baby, it's time to think. Better beware, be canny and careful, baby, you're on the brink. You are 16, going on 17, fellows will fall in line. Eager young lads and runaways and cats will offer you food and wine. Totally unprepared are you to face a world of men. Timid and shy and scared are you of things beyond sight at your ends. You need someone older and wiser telling you what to do. I am 17, going on 18. I'll take care of you.
I'm getting ready for bed.
The captain's going together tomorrow and asked me to give you the material you asked for your dress.
Oh, how nice of him. Even before it's made, this is the prettiest dress I've ever had. I hope the captain will like it, because I want to ask him for more material.
More?
Oh, not for me, for the children, for play clothes.
Von Trapp children don't play. The captain does not like them to get dirty.
Well, they're children. They have to climb trees, roll in the grass, think of all the rocks and the
The
caves.
captain says that marching is the best exercise. The children will continue to march. I hope you find your room comfortable.
Yes, thank you.
There will be new curtains hung tomorrow. They will be hung in the window and the alcove.
Well, these curtains are very good.
There will be new curtains.
Will the captain be away long?
I don't know. Of course, he has to return home every time he hires a new governess. Sometimes I believe the children get rid of their governesses just so that they can see their father.
Well, he must want to see them too.
Ever since his wife died, that reminds me too much of her. You can put that away. You won't be needing it.
Why not?
The captain won't have music.
He won't have music?
And there used to be wonderful evenings here. His wife would sing and he would play violin or guitar, but now he's shut all of that out of his life.
So that's why he's the way he is. But to not have music, that's wrong for him and wrong for the children too.
It may work out. He may marry again before the end of the summer.
Well, that would change everything. They'd have a mother again.
It's going to rain. You'd best close your windows.
Dear God, I know now that you have sent me here on a mission. I must help these children to love their new mother and prepare them to win her love so she will never want them to leave her. And I pray that this will become a happy family in thy sight. God bless the captain, God bless Liesel and Friedrich, Louisa, Marta, Gerda, and little Gretel, and... Oh, I forgot the other boy. What's his name? Oh, well, God bless what's his name. God bless the Reverend Mother and Sister Margareta and everybody at Nonnberg Abbey, and now, dear God, about Liesel. Help her to know that I am her friend, and help her to tell me what she is up to.
Are you going to tell on me?
Help me to understand so that I may guide her footsteps. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen.
I was out taking a walk and someone locked the doors earlier than usual and I didn't want to wake everyone up, so when I saw your window open, you're not going to tell Father, are you?
Did you climb that trellis to get all the way up here?
That's how we always get into this room to play tricks on the governess. Louise can climb it with toad in her hand.
Please, Olive. Were you out walking all by yourself? You know, if we washed that dress out tonight, nobody would notice it tomorrow. Then all this would be between you and me. You could put this on, take your dress in there and put it to soak in the bathtub. Then come back here and sit on the edge of my bed and we'll have a talk.
I told you today I didn't need a governess. Well, maybe I do.
Oh, Gretel, it's you. Are you afraid? Oh, you aren't afraid of a thunderstorm, are you? You just stay right here with me. Where are the others?
They're asleep. They're not scared.
Oh, no, look. All right, up on the bed. Now, all we have to do is wait for the boys.
We won't see them. Boys are brave.
Now, you boys aren't frightened too, are you?
Oh no. We just wanted to make sure that you were.
Was this your idea for your drink?
Oh, no. It was Curtis.
Kurt! That's it! That's the one I left out. God bless Kurt.
Why does it do that?
Well, lightning says something to the thunder, and the thunder answers it back.
Why should it answer so loudly?
Well, maybe if we all sing loud enough, we won't hear the thunder. High on a hill was a lonely goatherd, lay, odelay, odelay, pee-poo. Loud was the voice of the lonely goatherd, lay, odelay, odeloo. Folks in a town that was quite remote heard, lay, odelay, odelay, pee-poo. Lusty and clear from the goatherd's throat heard, lay, odelay, odeloo. Oh, ho, lady odelay, oh, ho, lady odelay, oh, ho, lady odelay, oh,
Franz, did you tell our deadline while we're having coffee out here?
Yes, sir. Still on the telephone.
Yes, thank you.
No sign of the children, Franz?
No, not yet, sir.
Georg, those mountains, they're magnificent.
Yes. They're not like any other mountains, they're friendly. And look at that green stretch of woods down there. When the wind blows through it, it's like a restless sea.
And that sweet little village.
That's not a village, that's a town.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt its feelings.
It's fun being here with you. You're quite an experience for me.
You're quite an experience for me, too. Somewhere near there's a fascinating man, and when I catch a glimpse of him, he's exciting.
Exciting? I've never been called exciting before.
I'm beginning to understand you a bit more now that I see you here. You know, you're a bit like these mountains, except you keep moving. How can you ever be away from this place as much as you are?
Maybe I've been searching for a reason to come back here to stay.
Georg, I like it here very much.
Max can't still be on the telephone. I know he's desperate to get singers for the Karlsberg Festival, but you like it here?
Of course, we have to spend some time in Vienna. I have Heinrich's affairs to look after.
Well, I thought that was a corporation now.
It is. I'm president.
You, president of a corporation?
After all, I managed Heinrich's affairs for years before he died.
I can't see you sitting behind a desk.
Well, of course. I wear a business suit and smoke a big cigar.
Excuse me, Captain. Herr Detweiler would like to talk.
Wiley's telephoning.
No, he's just finished, sir.
I'm sorry it took so long.
Any luck?
How would you like this for the Karlsberg Festival? The finest choral group in Austria, the greatest mixed quartet in Europe, and the best soprano in the world.
Max, that's something I'd love to hear.
So would I. All I've got up to now is a basso who isn't even profundo.
Max, you always come up with a good festival concert.
And why? Because my motto is, never start out looking for the people you wind up getting. That's why I've been telephoning all over. London, Rome, Stockholm, France.
On Georg's telephone?
Of course. How else could I afford it? Why am I up here?
I hoped it was because you liked me.
Of course I do. Why shouldn't I like you? You live like a king. You have an excellent wine cellar.
Max!
I like rich people. I like the way they live. I like the way I live when I'm with them. Now, speaking as a government official, Georg, is there a cathedral around here?
That's our abbey, Nürnberg Abbey.
Do they have a choir?
A beautiful one.
Good. Over these next few days, I'll be visiting around all these villages listening to cyclones, choirs, quartets.
You'll be back for meals, won't you?
Oh, yes. It was in a town just about that size, Watzmann, where I discovered the St. Ignatius Boys Choir. In 1930, they won the festival, became very famous, and toured all over the world.
Oh yes, whatever became of them?
By the time their voices changed, they were rich enough to live in America. Who lives in that dilapidated castle down there? Rumpelstiltskin?
No, that's Baron Elba, the oldest family in the valley.
I'd like to meet him. I'd like to meet all your friends. Georg, why don't you throw a party for me while I'm here? Nothing very much, just something lavish.
Well, I wouldn't know whom to invite. These days it's difficult to tell who's a friend and who's an enemy.
Today's not a good time to be making enemies. Let's make some friends.
Well, I can't understand what's happened to the children.
You're not worried about them, are you?
They should have been here to greet you.
Well, it wouldn't have been an intentional slight. They haven't met me yet.
Forgive me. I'll try and find them.
Elsa, have you made up Georg's mind yet? Is he going to marry you?
Yes. He hasn't admitted it yet. Something appears to be standing in his way.
And you don't know what it is?
No.
I do.
What?
It's very simple. It's money.
Money?
Yes, you're rich, and he's rich. And all the famous love affairs the lovers have to struggle. And garret rooms away upstairs and lovers starve and snuggle. They're famous for misfortune which they seem to have no fear of. While lovers who are very rich you very seldom hear of.
There's no sign of them anywhere.
No little shack do you share with me. We do not flee from a mortgagee. Nary a care in the world have we.
How can love survive?
You're fond of bonds and you own a lot. I have a plane and a diesel yacht.
Plenty of nothing you haven't got. How can love survive?
No rides for us on the top of a bus in the face of the freezing breezes.
You reach your goals in your comfy old rolls or in one of your Mercedeses.
Far, very far off the beam are we, quaint and bizarre as a team are we. 2 millionaires with a dream are we. We're keeping romance alive. 2 millionaires with a dream are we. We'll make our love survive. No little cold water flask have we, warmed by the glow of insolvency.
Up to your necks in security. How can love survive?
How can I show what I feel for you? I cannot go out and steal for you. I cannot die like Camille for you.
How can love survive? You millionaires with financial affairs are too busy for simple pleasure. When you are poor, it is toujours l'amour. For the moral, the poor have leisure.
Caught in our gold-plated chains are we, lost in our wealthy domains are we, trapped by our capital gains are we, but we'll keep romance alive.
Trapped by your capital gains are you. You'll make your love survive.
What do you want?
Oh, Captain, I didn't know. Pilot,
Who are you?
I have a telegram for Herr Detweiler.
I am Herr Detweiler.
You've delivered your telegram, now get out.
Georg, he's just a boy.
I am an Austrian. I will not be hired.
Georg, why don't you look at things the way I do? What's going to happen is going to happen. Just make sure it doesn't happen to you.
Max, it's a good thing you haven't any character, because if you did, I'm convinced I'd hate you.
You couldn't hate me. I'm too lovable. I think there's a call for me. I'll have to go take it.
Also, new governess. Remember that? Captain!
Straight line. Get into your uniforms, get cleaned up, and report back here. At once. Fraulein, where did they get these abominations? Out of a nightmare?
Oh, no, out of some curtains. Curtains that used to hang in my room. There was plenty of wear left in them.
You mean the people of the neighborhood have seen my children wearing old curtains?
Oh, yes, they've become very popular. Everyone smiles at them.
I don't wonder.
They say, there go Captain Von Trapp's children.
My children have always been accredited to my name.
They weren't. They were just unhappy little marching machines.
I do not care to hear from you about my children.
Well, you must hear from someone. You're not home long enough to know them.
I said I do not care to hear from
I
you.
know you don't, but you've got to. Take Liesel. Liesel isn't a child anymore. And if you keep treating her as one, Captain, you're going to have a mutiny on your hands. And Friedrich's shy. He's aloof. He needs your confidence.
Don't tell me about my son.
Regina could tell you about him. She could tell you a lot more if you got to know her because she notices things and she always tells the truth, especially when you don't want to hear it. Kurt is sensitive. He's easily hurt and you ignore him. You brush him aside the way you do all of them. I haven't finished yet. Louisa wants to have a good time. You've just got to let her have a good time. Marta, I don't know about yet, but someone's got to find out about her. And little Gretel just wants to be loved. Oh, please, Captain, love Gretel. Love all of them. They need you.
Stop! Stop it! You will pack your things and report to the Abbey as soon as possible.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said those things. Not the way I said them.
After you've gone, there'll be... What's that?
Singing.
Who's singing?
Your children.
Georg, you must hear.
For 1,000 years.
I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound of music, and I'll sing once more.
Edelweiss, Georg, you never told me how enchanting your children are.
Children, would you please show Frau Schrader the gardens?
Oh yes, show me the gardens. I want to see everything, and with you too. I don't know any of your names yet, but don't worry, I'm sure I will get them right for a long time.
Well, my name is Martha.
No, I'm Martha. She's Lisa.
I guess you're right. I don't know my own children.
They're waiting to know you. They want so much to. After I've gone,
No, you're going to stay.
if I can be of any help,
You've helped enough already. You've brought music back into my home.
I've come back to congratulate you.
thank you.
The captain was really moved.
Yes, I think he was pleased. He's asked me to stay on with the children
You're staying on?
until September.
September.
And then I go back to the abbey.
The abbey?
I'm going to be a nun.
Oh, how nice. When you get back to the abbey, think of us.
I'll pray for you.
have Germany, haven't you? I'm not German, I'm Austrian. That is going to be Auschwitz. For you and everyone like you. And that goes for Captain Von Trapp himself. Don't you shush me!
It's much more pleasant on the terrace. Elberfeld, it's very nice for you and the Baroness to be here.
I hope she's no.
Oh no, just a headache. I'm on my way up to see her now. We'll find you on the terrace.
Father, I don't think these people are having a very good time.
Well, that's because half the people I invited aren't speaking to the other half.
Well, maybe they're having a good time not speaking to each other.
Excuse me, sir. Dr. Trader asked me to tell you that she'll be joining you soon.
Oh, well, you might see whether she would like this glass of brandy then.
Cart, I haven't danced a layler since I was a little girl.
Oh, you remember. Show me.
No, I haven't danced since...
Come. You said left hand behind the waist, and...
Yes, but first the boy and the girl meet.
Yes.
Then they go for a little stroll. Try it again.
Kurt. That's not how it's done. Let me show you. Look, Kurt. That's how it's done.
Your face is all red. I guess I'm not very used to dancing.
Well, hello there.
Good evening, Frau Schrader.
I hope you're feeling better, Frau Schrader.
Yes, thank you, Kurt.
Hello, Uncle Max. We're having a party.
Good. Tell your father it's sure to be a success. I'm here.
Now,
Elsa, you are by far the most beautiful corporation president in the entire world.
thank you.
Max, you're back. And as usual, just in time for dinner.
Georg, did you really think you could throw a gala without me?
Well, now we have an odd man.
A little odd, but charming.
Lisa, run and ask Frau Schmidt to set 2 places at the table. And get Fraulein Maria.
2 places?
Well, we'll need another woman.
Lisa?
No, she's much too young. I'll ask Maria.
You're not serious.
Well, of course I am.
She's a nursemaid.
I don't think of her that way.
I don't mind, but your friends can't expect them to dine with Maria.
And why not?
Because, Elsa, tell me why not.
Max, can you change the hers?
Yes, Max, we could choose you tonight.
Frau Schrader, they're talking about you out there.
Come on, Georg. I've been dodging these people for an hour.
Brigitte, have you seen your father?
Good evening, Fraulein Maria.
Herr Detweiler, it's nice to see you again.
Yes, you're going to.
I knew it all along. Frau Schrader didn't have a headache. She just wanted to get out of the party. She was faking.
Brigitte, you shouldn't say things you don't know are true.
But I do know. I heard her say to Father she'd been dodging those people all night.
And that doesn't mean she didn't have a headache. It's very important that your children like Frau Schrader.
I like her all right. Why is it important?
I think she's going to be your new mother.
Oh, Fraulein, Father's never going to marry her. Why, he couldn't.
Why couldn't he?
Because he's in love with you.
Now, Brigitte, that's just the kind of thing.
You must know that.
No, Brigitte, no.
Remember the other night we were all sitting on the floor singing the Edelweiss song Father taught us? After we finished, you laughed at him because he forgot the words. He didn't forget the words. He stopped singing to look at you. And when he speaks to you, the way his voice sounds...
Brigitte, no.
And just now when you were dancing, you are in love with him.
One more dance, Gretel, and then off to bed. Maria, you're not going to have dinner with the children tonight. You're going to eat down here with us.
No, I can't.
It's all been arranged. You'll have to change. You'll have to hurry. Oh, and Maria, wear that dress you wore the other night when we were singing. It was lovely, soft, and white.
Oh no, not yet. I want the children to say goodnight. And I want the children to say goodnight the way they did last night.
No, not in front of strangers.
Please, Gaylord. It was so sweet.
Not here.
Please, for me.
Presto changeo!
Children, now.
There's a sad sort of clanging from the clock in the hall, and the bells in the steeple too. And out in the nursery an absurd little bird is hopping out to say cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Regretfully they tell us, but firmly they compel us to say goodbye to you. So long, farewell, I'll be to say goodnight. So long, farewell, I'll be to say adieu. Adieu, adieu, to you and you. So long, farewell, au revoir, I'll be to say.
I'd like to stay and taste my first champagne. No?
So long, farewell, I'll be to say goodbye. I leave and heave a sigh and say goodbye, goodbye.
I'm glad to go, I cannot tell the lie. I flit, I float, I fleetly flee, I fly.
The sun has gone to bed in silver sky.
So long, I'll be to say goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Yes, sir. Elsa, they're extraordinary. I've been looking all over Austria for something like this for the festival, and I find it here.
Wait a minute now.
A singing family of 7 children.
Gaylord, as far as I'm reporting tonight, I am persuaded.
Ah, then you have influence. You must talk to him. Elsa, you must. It's important for Austria, and it wouldn't do me any harm.
Sister Sophia, take Mary Posham into the robing room. Bless you, my daughter. Maria has asked to see you. I know it has taken her long. I waited until she wanted to come to me. It's strange. She's happy to be here, but she's unhappy too. Why did they send her back to us? Do you know? She doesn't speak except in prayer. I shall see her. Maria. This must have been a trying experience for you. It was, Trapp. Has it taught you anything? I learned that I never want to leave these walls again. Why did they send you back to us? They didn't send me back. I left. I left without telling them where I was going, without even saying goodbye. Maria, what happened? Why did you do this? I was frightened. Frightened? I was confused. I never felt that way before, and then I knew I couldn't stay, but I knew that here I would be away from it all, that here I would be safe. Maria, our abbey is not to be used as an escape. What is it that you can't face? I can't face him again. Thank you, Sister Margareta. Maria, are you in love with Captain Von Trapp? I don't know. Tell me about it, my child. When Brigitte said that I was, and that her father was in love with me, and then there he was, and he was looking at me, and I could hardly breathe, and I knew I couldn't stay. But you like him, Maria? Yes. Did you let him see how you felt? If I did, I didn't know that I did. And that's what's been torturing me. I was there on God's errand. To have asked for the captain's love would have been wrong. Maria, the love of a man and a woman is holy too. The first time we talked together, you told me that you remembered your father and mother before they died. Do you remember? Were they happy? Yes, Mother, they were very happy. Maria, you were born of their happiness, of their love. And my child, you have a great capacity to love. What you must find out is, how does God want you to spend your love? I've pledged my life to God's service. I pledged my life to God. My daughter, if you love this man, it doesn't mean that you love God less. You must find out. You must go back. Oh no, please, Mother, please don't. Let me stay here. These walls are not made to shadow problems, Maria. You have to face them. You have to find the life that you were born to live. How do I find it? You look for it.